Today, we are diving into a really powerful idea from the Apostle Paul's letters to the ancient Corinthians. It's an idea that completely reframes personal growth, not as just self-improvement, but as a sacred construction project.
Right off the bat, Paul hits us with this startling question. Think about that for a second. This isn't just a pretty line of poetry. It's a direct challenge. It's asking us to see ourselves as an actual dwelling place for the divine. And this one idea, it's the bedrock for everything else we're about to unpack. And this leads to a fascinating paradox, doesn't it? You're not just the person with the hard hat and the blueprint, working on some project over there. Nope. In this metaphor, you're both the architect and the architecture. You're the one laying the bricks, but you are the temple. That completely changes the stakes.
Okay, so if you are the building, then the first, most critical question has to be this. What are you building on? Any architect, any builder will tell you that a structure is only as strong as its foundation. Get that wrong, and nothing else matters.
Now, the source text here doesn't just offer a gentle suggestion. Paul actually steps up and claims the role of a wise master builder who has already laid down the one true foundation. He's basically saying, listen, the most important part, the groundwork, it's already done. The blueprint is set.
So here's the core contrast the text presents. On one side, you have the only foundation that is truly unshakable, Jesus Christ. And on the other side, well, you have all the things the world often screams at us to build our lives on. Our charisma, our connections, how much cash we have, our career success. And the text calls these what they are: cracked foundations, guaranteed to fail when the pressure of life is really applied.
All right, with the foundation set, the focus now pivots directly to you. This is all about the day-to-day work. It's about the choices you make, the habits you're forming, and, most importantly, the actual materials you choose to build with. The source gives us two very different piles of building materials to choose from. On one hand, you've got gold, silver, and precious stones. Think of this as the high-quality stuff, real integrity, authentic care for people, things of genuine substance. But then you have the other pile, wood, hay, and stubble. This is the cheap, flammable stuff. The shortcuts, the corner cutting, all the things we do just to look busy and important.
And here's the kicker. This is why your choice of materials is so incredibly critical. A test is coming. The text uses this powerful metaphor of fire. The question isn't if your work will be tested by life's crises, but when. And notice this, the fire doesn't just destroy, it reveals. It burns away everything that's fake and flimsy to show what was actually solid underneath.
So when that test comes, there are really only two possible outcomes. Your work either abides, it survives, it stands, or it just gets burned away into ash. Now the builder, the person, might still be saved, as the text says, as though escaping through flames. But the focus here is on the work, the very structure you've spent your life building.
You can see how this creates a huge internal conflict, right? How are you supposed to build with these high-quality, eternal materials when the world around you is constantly pushing what's cheap, fast, and trendy? So this next part is all about the guiding principles for your sacred construction project.
And here's the text's bold, completely countercultural claim. What our world often praises as being smart or strategic, from a divine perspective, it's considered foolishness. Which means to be a wise master builder, you might have to look like a complete fool to pretty much everyone else.
So why would you do that? Why reject what seems wise? The reason for this massive shift in perspective is right here. You're not just building for your own benefit. You're a steward, a custodian. This isn't your building. You are building a temple that belongs to God. And that sense of divine ownership, well, it changes absolutely everything.
This is your true identity within this whole metaphor. You're not just a construction project. You are God's temple. You are a sacred space. You are holy. And that's exactly why the text warns so strongly against defiling it, against messing it up with shoddy materials or worldly wisdom. It's not just a simple mistake. It's like tampering with something that has been specifically set apart as sacred.
So, what do we do with all this?
It's a huge concept. How do we take this powerful metaphor and actually make it practical? This final section is all about turning this incredible theory into action and how you can become that wise master builder in your own life.
It really all boils down to something we can call the temple principle. It's a fundamental shift in your mindset. The moment you stop seeing your life's work as just getting ahead or self-improvement and start seeing it as sacred construction, everything changes. Your standards, your materials, your focus, the whole game changes.
So here's your next move, broken down into 3 really clear steps. First, do an audit. Take a hard look at your habits, your relationships, your daily choices. Are they gold or are they straw? Second, be selective. Who are you letting influence your project? Who are the other builders on your site? And third, shift your entire focus. Start building for eternal impact, not just for temporary impressions.
And this is the truly empowering conclusion from the text. Because you belong to Christ and Christ belongs to God, then all things are yours. The challenge isn't that you lack resources, it's that you might not recognize what you have. So stop playing small when you are part of something absolutely infinite. You have access to everything you could possibly need to build a life that lasts.
And so we end right back where we started, with a personal challenge. This isn't just some ancient idea for a theological debate. It's a daily reality. Every choice you make is a brick. Every action helps build the architecture of your life. So the question this whole explainer leaves us with is a really personal one. Looking back on your day, what did you build with today?